Welcome. It's Amelia Andaleon with Spiritually Fit Yoga. I want to introduce this episode today. It's a recording of a live session, a Yoga Nidra session. You're going to be invited to take a deep rest, or you can go to sleep, listen to the instructions, make yourself comfortable. And I also want to say happy St. Patrick's Day. I've got my green on. I want to share this quote. Insight Timer, which is the app that I also teach on Sacred Sunday yoga classes, 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. They're free, so you can check that out. There's more in the episode notes. And the quote that Insight Timer shared, which I reposted on my Instagram page, was, "The grass is greener where you water it," by Neil Berringham. The grass is greener where you water it. Because of St. Patrick's Day and the color green, I thought, oh, that's an appropriate quote. And of course, as a metaphor for setting your intentions and nourishing the things that you want to grow. The grass is greener where you water it. It seems like such an obvious quote that says, oh yeah, what have I been watering? Or what have I been neglecting? So there's a quote for you today. Enjoy today's episode. As always, I appreciate you being here and listening, connecting with me. If you want, leave a rating, leave a review, leave a comment, DM me, reach out to me, check out the episode notes and find out I have another early bird special. I have a few more when you book by April 1st and then again when you book by May 1st. So just some incentives to get your spot, save a little money, and of course, join us for a very transformational retreat, a beautiful life-changing experience in a gorgeous location in Costa Rica. Thank you so much for being here with me today. May you experience and receive my intention for offering you deep rest. Namaste. The session is Yoga Nidra for deep rest. Make yourself comfortable. Typically, you lay down, you can get into bed, you can lay down on a yoga mat, whatever is comfortable. And then once you're there, you might want to check if you want any props, if you want to put a bolster or roll up a blanket or a beach towel underneath your knees to support your lower back. See if you want a pillow, put a blanket or a comforter on top of you, and maybe turn off the lights, put on an eye mask. Be intentional in letting yourself get as comfortable as possible so you can be still during this meditation, but keep the mind awake and aware. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Amelia. I'm in the San Francisco Bay Area. And Yoga Nidra is something that I love to teach. I love to put people to sleep or to rest. So that's my intention for you today. And again, setting yourself up to be as comfortable as possible is the first thing. But let's take a cleansing breath. Take a big breath in. And just sigh. Let go of your day. Let go of anything. Let it fall off the body, the muscles, the joints, the mind. Watch your inhale. And see if you would like to exhale again as you release, maybe the mouth open. Let the body breathe, allowing the body to get settled into the space. Begin to observe the inhale, pressing up against the lungs and the rib cages. And notice the exhale release from the body. Let it go. And if it's comfortable for you, go ahead and close your eyes, rest your eyelids. Notice if you can hear the breath. Where do you sense the breath? Maybe you feel the breath in the nostrils. You inhale with the mouth closed through the nostrils. And as you exhale, maybe the mouth is softly open or you keep the mouth closed. What is more comfortable for you? Take some time to discover your breath. Create what is relaxing, what is calming, what is soothing for you. So in this Yoga Nidra, I'll take you through what's called a rotation of consciousness. For you to listen to my voice, listen to a body part, to yourself, repeat that body part. Just observe. You don't need to change. You don't need to fix. Just notice. But to yourself, say that body part to yourself. And Yoga Nidra, as I guide you through this meditation, it gives the mind something to do. It gives the mind an anchor. So when I say forehead, you'll say to yourself, forehead. When I say right eye, you say to yourself, right eye. It's as simple as that. And then I'll also invite you to repeat an affirmation, your sankalpa. So go ahead and put your hands on your belly and heart. And take a few breaths here in silence and just settle in and check into how are you feeling right now. Now ask yourself, what is an intention you would like to set for tonight's practice? Maybe you're listening to this replay during the day or the night. It doesn't matter what time it is. But just right here in this moment, what would you like to send your attention, your energy? And then create an I am statement around this intention and say it in the positive sense. They'll say you want to feel more relaxed or you don't want to be stressed. Consider an I am statement is I am relaxed. And you repeat this sankalpa to yourself even if you don't feel that way yet. But that's your intention. So telling the body and the mind to enter in this space of your I am statement. Now repeat that to yourself silently 3 times. And now consider this sankalpa. In deep rest, my body restores and my mind becomes clear. In deep rest, my body restores and my mind becomes clear. How as you listen to my voice, listen to that body part again, repeating the name to yourself and observe, just notice, doing your best to stay awake during this meditation by listening to my voice, by following the instructions. I'll invite you again to repeat the sankalpa to yourself 3 times periodically. And you'll hear me as I guide you through this particular meditation. It's almost like I always feel like it's like a ping pong match. It's like giving your mind something to pay attention to on the right side, on the left side, above, below. And all the intention is to give your mind a way to enter in the state of Yoga Nidra, which is a meditative state of mind. And with all of that, also let go of any attachment to outcomes or results. I invite you to be present with whatever experience you have today. Let's take another big breath in and a cleansing sigh. Create your natural breath. Continue your natural inhale and exhale as I continue this body scan and begin our Yoga Nidra. Forehead, right eye, left eye, right corner of your eye, left corner of your eye, eyeball the right side. Notice the eyeball sink into the eye socket. Left eyeball. Notice the eyeball sink into the socket. Notice both eyes. Notice both eyes. Breathing in, breathing out. the space in between the eyebrows, traveling down the bridge of the nose, tip of the nose, right nostril, left nostril. Notice the breath in the right nostril. Notice the breath in the right nostril. Left nostril. Notice the breath in the left nostril. Notice the breath in the left nostril. Right temple, left temple, right side of your jaw, the hinge that connects the upper jaw and the lower jaw on the right side. Left side of the jaw. Notice the upper jaw, the lower jaw. Notice the hinge that connects the upper and the lower jaw. Notice the right side of the jaw. Notice the left side of your jaw. Notice the tip of your nose. Travel down to the upper lip and lower lip. This space where the lips touch, or the space where they're not touching, notice the lips. Notice inside the mouth, inside the right cheek, inside the left cheek. Tongue. Notice how the tongue rests in the mouth. Notice, what does the tip of the tongue touch? Notice the upper teeth, lower teeth, upper gums, lower gums. Notice the entire mouth. Notice what you taste. Notice the breath as you inhale and exhale. And you feel or sense the breath at the back of your throat. Notice the breath. Notice the inside of the mouth. Notice the chin. Notice the bones of the chin, the skin on the skin. Notice the bones from the chin traveling up to the right side of the jaw. Notice the bones traveling up the chin to the left side of the jaw. Notice the bones of the entire face. Sense that they're hard, soft. Notice the bones around the eyes. Notice the bones underneath the skin of the face. Notice the skin from the forehead, down the jaw, down the nose, to the lips, all the way to the chin. Notice the skin surrounding the entire face. Notice that the skin is smooth. Notice, does it feel tight? Observing and noticing. No need to change, no need to fix. Noticing the entire face. Notice the top of the head, the crown of the head. Notice the back of the skull. Notice what is touching underneath the head. Is it soft? Is it hard? Is it cool? Is it warm? Notice how the back of the head feels. Notice what it's touching. Notice the back of your head. Travel down the neck to the upper shoulders. Notice the back of the neck. Right side of the neck. Left side of the neck. Front of the neck. Notice the whole neck. Notice the connection from the neck to the shoulders, to the top of the right shoulder, down the right arm. Notice the weight of the right arm. Travel back up the right arm, across from the right shoulder to the collarbones. Notice the collarbones. Notice the left shoulder. Notice the top of the left shoulder. Travel all the way down to the left hand. Notice the entire left arm. Notice the weight of the left arm. Travel up the inside of the left arm to the shoulder. Travel back to the collarbones and notice the collarbones. Notice the breath. Do you feel or sense movement of the collarbones as you inhale and exhale? Notice the breath. Notice the collarbones. Does it feel spacious? Does it feel tight? Notice the breath in the chest. Notice the rise and the fall. Notice if it's spacious here, or does it feel tight? Breathe in and breathe out. Imagine the lungs. Imagine the expansion as you inhale, the softening as you exhale. Notice the lungs expand like wings, like gently flapping, expanding, and then releasing. Breathing in, breathing out. The breath in the lungs, the breath in the rib cages. Notice the right lung. Notice the left lung. Notice the right rib cage. Notice the left rib cage. Notice both lungs. Notice the expansion and the contraction. Notice the breath. Notice the lungs. Breathing in and breathing out. Notice the right rib cage, the left rib cage, expanding on the right and left sides, both of the rib cages in the front, the sides, and the back. Watching the ribs as if you can imagine those ribs expanding in all four directions. Expanding at the inhale, softening with the exhale, filling up and letting go. Breathing in, breathing out. Continue this inhale and this exhale, and repeat to yourself as you inhale, I receive. And as you exhale, I release, I let go. Notice the front of the chest, the space in the front of the heart. Feel the breath here, expanding at the heart space. Exhaling, release. And notice the breath in the front of the heart. And notice the sensation behind the heart and the back body. Notice the upper torso and the front body. Notice the upper torso and the back. Breathing into the front. Exhaling, noticing the back. Expanding. Releasing. Feel the spaciousness in the front of the chest and the upper torso as you expand and inhale. And notice what is touching. What is the back touching? Notice the sensation of the breath against your mattress, against the floor. Notice the front of the body. Notice the back of the body. Notice the entire upper torso. Surrender the weight to the back of the head and the shoulders, the upper back, the middle back, the lower back. Breathing in, breathing out. Notice the right thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger. Notice the left thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger. Notice the hands. Notice the palms. Repeating to yourself, I am in a state of Yoga Nidra. My body is completely still. My mind is softly awake and aware. And now repeat yourself your sankalpa, your I am statement to yourself 3 times silently. Notice the belly button. Notice the rise and fall of the breath at the belly. Inhale, belly rise. Exhale, belly fall. Belly rise. Belly fall. Notice if you can slow down the breath, creating the rhythm that suits you now. Expand with the inhale. Release with an exhale. Travel down the right leg to the right toes, to the sole of the right foot. Let the right toes and the right foot be completely still. Notice the right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Notice the entire right foot. Notice the front of the right leg, the back of the right leg. Notice the right hip joint, the right buttock, the entire right side of the lower torso. Letting go, surrendering, letting the right side of the body release and let go. Notice the left leg, the left hip joint. Travel down to the left foot. Notice the toes. Notice the sole of the left foot. Notice the left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, fifth toe. Notice all of the toes of the left foot. Notice the sole of the left foot. Notice the front of the left leg, the back of the left leg. Notice the left buttock, the left hip joint. Notice the entire left side of the lower torso, surrendering, releasing. Left leg heavy, lower torso, letting go, surrendering. Breathe in and breathe out. Back of the body heavy. From the back of the head down to the heels, to the backs of the hands. Front of the body light. From the crown of the head down the face, down the belly to the palms, to the tops of the feet. Back body heavy. Skin, front of the body light. Feel the bones. Feel the weight of the bones. Feel the firmness of the bones. Notice the bones. Notice the skin. Does it feel smooth? Does it feel tight? Notice the skin surround the entire body, the front of the body, the sides of the body, the back of the body, from the top of the head to the soles of the feet to the tips of the toes. Notice the skin surrounding the entire body. Repeat to yourself, I am whole and complete. I am whole and complete. Notice if there's any efforting, any unnecessary tension, giving the body permission to release and let that go. Scanning the body and noticing if there are any body parts that feel tight, if they're clenching, and gently whispering to that body part, it's okay, you can soften. It's okay to let go. It's safe to release that tightness. It's safe to choose what you want to release and choose what you want to hold on to. And just notice. Breathe in and breathe out. Before I give you a few minutes of silence, repeat to yourself, I allow myself to rest deeply. With each breath, my body softens and restores. With each breath, my body softens and restores. For those of you that wish to drift into sleep, and ignore my words as I gently invite you out of this Yoga Nidra in a few minutes, set your intention now to stay here in a state of Yoga Nidra, or allow yourself to gently drift into sleep. So I'll be here with you a few more minutes, and then you'll hear the sound of my voice. So if you're ready to gently awaken from this Yoga Nidra, gently wiggle your fingers and your toes and bring your attention to your third eye, the space in between your eyebrows. This connection to your inner wisdom, your inner teacher. And repeat to yourself again silently your I am statement 3 times. Take a big breath in and a cleansing sigh. Let it go. In your time, when you're ready, gently bring a little bit more movement to the body. Maybe you're reaching your arms up like you're yawning, maybe hugging your knees in and rolling over to your side, giving yourself a big hug. When you are ready to rise, gently press yourself up to a seat and acknowledge yourself for showing up today to give the body and the mind this gift of deep rest, this Yoga Nidra. If you would like palms together in Anjali Mudra, feel your thumbs at your heart space. Gently touch your thumbs to your third eye. May you bring this softness, this quiet of this practice into your life off the mat. And together we bow down in thanks. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.